Welcome back to my channel, guys. First things first, you guys just ignore my hair. I'm going to explain all of this in a second. Today I'm going to be threading my hair the African way. This is not the first time I'm posting a video like this on this channel, but this is the first time I'm allowing my hair to shrink so much before I thread it and then make a video and then post it on the channel. So I actually washed my hair, I think the day before I threaded, and so my hair is all clean and my hair is moisturized and everything. The only difference between this threading video and the other threading videos is that typically I stretch out my hair in one way or the other before I proceed to thread, but this time I just washed my hair and then I let it shrink completely because I wanted to see exactly how much my hair could shrink. I haven't done that in a while. I wanted to see how much my hair would shrink, and then I wanted to see exactly how well African threading stretches shrunken hair. So I let my hair shrink, and then this is me the next day proceeding to thread it. So I'm applying a little bit of whipped shea butter to each section before I proceed. After I apply the whipped shea butter, I detangle slightly with my fingers as much as I can. Guys, I never recommend letting your hair shrink if you can. Like, it's not something I typically do because I know how long it takes me to detangle my hair. Once it shrinks to the maximum, it takes me a really long time to detangle my hair, even when I work in sections, and it's just so painful. I just get so tender-headed and it's not funny for me at all. But anyway, I had work to do, so I went ahead to detangle each section really carefully, and I also had a lot of tangles, I had a lot of knots, but I was able to work through all of that. I did not add any water to my hair. I just used the whipped shea butter, and for my threading I'm going to be using baby wool. It's one of my favorite things to use to thread because it gives you maximum stretching. So baby wool already comes in like threaded form. It's just like the bigger version of thread. So I'm going to be using 4 pieces of baby wool to start off. I typically have to add extra pieces as I get to the end of my hair, but for starters I'm going to be using 4 pieces, and then I'm going to wrap that around the base of my hair. If you're going to be threading yourself, try and make sure that you centralize your sections as much as possible. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I just wrap the thread around my hair and then continue that way until I get to the end of my hair. And now let me give you guys a little background information. There's still a lot of us out there who don't know what African threading is. African threading is a means of stretching your hair and growing your hair, which has been around for as long as possible. I can't even say how long, but for me, I've been threading my hair ever since I was a little girl, when my hair was relaxed, when my hair was short, and it's one of the ways that I kept my hair straightened as a kid without having to use harsh chemicals or heat on my hair, especially since I was really tender-headed as a kid. African threading is that harmless way you can stretch your hair. It won't get your hair all the way straight the way that using something like a flat iron will, but you get substantial stretching once you thread this way, and it's okay for me. So that's basically what African threading is. You can use thread, there's different things you can use to thread your hair. For me, I either use rubber thread, or I use regular thread, or I use baby wool, or I use Brazilian wool. Any of them will give you a good stretch. For this particular session, I'm using baby wool, and it does the job just fine. threading my hair, that took a little over 3 hours to thread my entire head, and that's because I let my hair shrink so bad. But I'm done, and I'm simply going to wrap everything up. Guys, after threading my hair on this day, I had to get a protective style the next day. I do not recommend. I recommend you leave your hair for at least 2-3 days or a week if you can. But I really needed to get my protective style, and so I didn't even have time to wait. But that was it. So after that, this is the next day, and just ignore me, I was being goofy. The rest of this is simple. I'm going to take off this wrap that I did, and then I'm going to cut off the sections one by one. I'm extra careful here because I don't want to cut my hair off, but I'm simply going to cut off the end of the thread for each section, and then proceed to unravel each of the sections and comb my hair out. And that's it for this video. Once I'm done combing my hair, I'm going to proceed to put it into a low bun. This was the day I got my protective style, by the way, so I just took down the thread and went straight to get the protective style with my tender head. It wasn't funny, and I don't recommend. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any comments, kindly leave them in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.